we were not meeting. And over I think it was a 2-year period, we increased our funding where we are fully funded now. So this year that we're in now, the $91,000, we're fully funded. And so we're meeting our requirement under the law. And, you know, as far as you know, the results of economic development, I think all you have to do is look at the sales tax growth that we've looked at during this budget process, the jobs announcements over the last 2-3 years, the Van Hool project, the Manila Steel project, the growth of 5 other industries over the last 12 to 18 months. I mean, we're the envy of East Tennessee as far as economic development goes. So.
And I want to add that I think that that's some of the best money that we've spent collectively also, because it brings back taxes in a much larger form than what we're the beneficiary.
It's
not
an investment.
That's right.
And one of the things that $10,000 of that $91,000 goes for a workforce development and education partnership, which we partner with the city, with Douglas Cherokee, with the school system, and we've done some innovative things as far as training teachers, doing teacher externships where they go into plants and spend a week and learn how what they teach is used on the job site, and we're talking kindergarten through seniors. And we have I think it's a student internship program that's grown from about 4 students 5 years ago to 60 students this year. And again, and we've had the LEAP grant, which has been $1 million grants from the state that have been used regionally, that this partnership has helped coordinate with TCAT. And again, we're the envy because of what we're doing. Wayne, I don't think it's money being wasted at all. I think it's some of the hardest working money that we appropriate.
My question was, why are we paying 91, the city's paying 60?
That's the formula in the state law.
We was the last one to join, so we pay more. Is that what it is?
No, we just didn't hold up our end of the bargain until recently.
Well, that's all I got. Fellas, all I'm trying to do is save our county money. We've been here and went over about $400,000 or $500,000. We'll not be able to save 1 penny. And we're looking at the budget this year of $1.7 million, I think it is. Is that right, Ann? Above last year's budget?
Well, it's been reduced from that original number.
So what is it?
Let me go back and look.
Increase that.
Closer to about 1.5 million now.
About $1.5 million more this year's budget than it was last year. I do have one more too. I forgot about it. It's the $100,000 that was set aside a few years ago for the building a mega site up around Whitesburg and Bulls Gap. And, it's done been voted on, Howard, but it was voted to give that to the state school over here, School of Applied Technology. Our responsibility as county commissioners is that we got to take care of our own school. We're responsible from kindergarten to the 12th grade. We're not responsible for what happens after that. Although I agree they need to learn to weld, they need to not learn electronics, but it is a state school. Bill Lee gave them $15 million this year. And the state of Tennessee is sitting down there with 70, 80, 90 billion dollars in excess money. Let them go down there and get some of that money.
That
volunteer to go down there and get that?
educates our students in Hamilton County.
Huh?
For our workers here in Hamilton County, that's gonna benefit us in the long run. I strongly believe that.
If they don't do it here, they'll get their education in Rogersville, Hancock County, wherever, and then they'll come here to work and go back there to spend their tax dollars.
Well, does
We have
Grainger
to
County,
educate here.
do they throw $100,000 into it?
That's a
Or
drop
Green
in the
County,
bucket
Cobb
compared to what
County,
it's
Garrison
costing.
County? I don't think so.
When they come back and
Because they're
educate
not
their students.
having
they
it
pay.
built in their county.
It's an investment.
It's an investment, that's the bottom line.
Children's future.
We can short-sight ourselves
I mean,
and cut.
I guess, Wayne, what, like $15 million is what Governor Haslam included in his budget, in his last budget. It was
Right.
$15 million for that. That's a competitive situation. Communities that do not put skin in the game don't get $15 million. I mean, the TVR and the governor's office, and they expect communities to put skin in the game, and the city donated the land, the chamber got money from the Walters Foundation, $100,000 and this $100,000, that's our skin in the game. And that's why we got the $15
And
million.
$100,000 is a small price.
That's the one, Tish Bale's the one that started this, getting this thing back years ago, a few years ago. I don't think she's on it now.
No, she's not involved.
She was.
When you've got our kids coming out of high school, going there for 2 years for nothing, for free. Right. I mean, it's just, it's a no-brainer.
And make a favorable living when they get out, in turn, spend that money on buying products that increase our taxes that funds the rest of the growth.
Well, I guess I'm just wrong on every issue. Of course, like I told Chris, I'm not smart. I don't know everything, like a lot of people do. But I try to save money. I try to save us money instead of spending money. And I haven't seen us save. I think ESCO saved us $35,000 on food. I don't know of any other issues that's come up where the county has saved one penny since this budgeting process started. May be wrong. And what it boils down to, when you got that 1.5 million, and you got a jail sitting over here, no telling what it's gonna cost, and the school system, no telling what it's gonna cost, there's gonna be a monster tax increase coming. It's a coming, you know, you got $500,000 this year to play on, right, Bill? That was over last year.
688, yes.
Well, but that 1.5 million, some of that comes off of that too, doesn't it?
No, we had an increase in revenue too, Wayne. We had an increase of revenue of about
Wait.
$1 million.
Where it stands right now, how much are we in the hole going into this budget? Money we've appropriated for garbage trucks, sheriff's deputies, schools. How much are we looking at? Oh,
In the general.
I do have one more, Randy. I forgot. There's one more. I bought, for the shortfall on the school fund was $721,000. And the $200,000 that the county gave them last year is a one-shot deal. That brings it to $521. I'm confident that Dr. Perry would have taken that. But inside, we decided to, right at the last minute, work out a deal where we can give them $621,000. I like to see that go down as not a maintenance of effort, but a one-time deal. They're not gonna lose any money on it. It's just that the county's committed. If it's maintenance of effort, we've gotta give them the same thing, but if it's a one-shot deal, we're not committed. I guess everybody wants to leave it like it is. I had no comments. Just go over $500,000 more on their budget. Last year we gave them 200,000 on the budget. Come out good. I think that's it, right? So I can bring up something else.
All right, is there any other discussion? Then we'll call this meeting adjourned.